time at the beginning of class is important, transitioning from our fast-paced world to sitting in stillness, noticing the natural breath, and noticing where your body moves as you breathe in and out. The goal of yoga, the goal every week, is to bring the life force in and up the central channel of the body to the spiritual eye, third eye point. We practice paying attention to the chakras, or the invisible energy wheels. They spiral around the structural spine from the tailbone to the crown. And when we pay attention to those places, our energy goes where our attention goes. We use deep concentration here, concentrating on the breath to anchor us here in the moment. Even as thoughts and feelings and sensations float by like clouds in a windy sky. Take a deeper breath in. Pause at the top of the inhale for a second or two. And then slowly exhale all the way back down, drawing the belly towards the back, squeezing all the air out. A couple more times like that. Inhale, belly swells. Ribs expand, chest lifts. Pause and hold the inhale for a second or two, and then slowly release. Keep going just a couple of more times. Just practicing deepening the inhale and slowly following the exhale all the way to completion. Breathing front to back, side to side, up and down the central channel of the body. Every time we come to yoga, we connect the breath to the movement. The longer we practice, the more we can pay attention connecting the breath to the energy movement. Energy moving from the base of the spine all the way up to the spiritual eye. The next time you breathe in and up, look to the spiritual eye. Maybe one word pops up. If nothing pops up today, you might just silently say, I am. Sat Nam in Indian Sanskrit means, I am that. That might be enough. Sat Nam. From here, you can move a little, rocking a little forward, back, or side to side. My nose is itching because the lilacs are blooming. It's the only thing that really bothers me. And then think about the heads of your shoulders. Hike them up towards the ears and roll them back and down. You might hear cracking and crunching. The next time the shoulders are back and down, you leave them here. Feel the collarbones lifting, crown of the head reaching to the heavens. Exhale, chin over one shoulder, doesn't matter which. Inhale, chin through center, chin over opposite shoulder. A couple more times either side. Even as we move, can you stay focusing on the central channel and the energy centers? We're warming up the throat chakra by turning the chin gently over the shoulder one way and the other way. Come back to neutral. If you need to adjust your seat, you will. You might straighten your legs. If you're comfortable cross-legged, you could stay there. If you're more comfortable in a chair, you could stay there. Circle of joy. Inhale, the arms halfway up. Exhale, palms to the heart center. Inhale, clasp. Exhale, tuck and stretch the arms forward as the belly draws back. Inhale, rock forward on your sitting bones, palms away. Stretch the fingers, the wrists, and then exhale, floating the arms behind. Holding one thumb or clasping the hands, inhale, expand the chest. Exhale, right back to heart center. Couple more times. Inhale, clasp. Exhale, tuck and stretch. Inhale, reach out. Exhale. Inhale. Usually expanding on an inhale. Usually softening on an exhale. One more time. Think about the heart chakra. The spiraling wheel of energy touches the front of the heart, the back of the heart, between the shoulder blades, and the arms are an extension of the heart center. Right back to neutral. From here, we'll roll down, coming into the lower chakras. So you'll turn sideways on your mat. You can hold on to your knees and you'll roll down, bringing the knees towards the chest. You can use a strap or your hands, rock a little side to side. Now our attention is at the lumbar chakra, the navel center, and right behind it, when you rock a little side to side or circle the knees, we bring our attention right to that spot. With the feet on the floor or off the floor, we'll come into a twist. Arms can come down to the floor a little away from the body. Take a big breath in. Bring the bent knees to one side. Feet on or off the floor. And then bring the knees through center, one at a time maybe. And then squeeze them and bring them to the other side. We'll do that a couple of more times, either side. When we come through middle, you massage the lumbar. We have to tone the core though to make this happen. Loosely flapping the knees side to side might feel better for you. Our attention is at the navel center and then right behind that at the lumbar. Come back to neutral. Bring one knee towards the chest. You can hold with your hands below or above the knee. Extend the other leg out along the floor. Tuck the shoulders down. Take a big breath in, tuck the chin, and maybe pop the head up. Some people do not like to pop the head up. You'll see. The belly pressing down does all the work. The head only pops up if you're not pulling on the neck. The belly presses, maybe the head pops up, as if we could get nose to knee. One more time. It's called nose to knee, but none of us are there. Next time the head is down. Switch sides, bring the opposite knee up and in, holding with your hands above or below the knee, extending the other leg, tucking the shoulders under. Take a breath in, exhale, press the belly down to pop the head up. Some of us like to bring a hand behind the skull to let the head rest, to know we're not pulling on the neck. The belly pressing into the sacrum and the lumbar, between the lumbar, closer to the sacrum. The belly, lower belly presses straight down, nose to knee. Someday maybe, when we're 100, practicing still together. Next time the head comes down, you leave it here. Loosely flap the knees again, side to side. Head could rock one way, knees rock the other. Eventually, you'll roll to one side or the other and press yourself up to table. Cushioning your knees if you need to or want to. Cats and cows. Bring your attention to the tailbone. Following the energy from the tail all the way up to the crown of the head as you're a cow in the field. And then when you exhale, tuck the tail, following the energy again. Today's class, of course, is connecting movement to breath like usual, but today think about the energy. Every time we inhale, those invisible energy wheels are spiraling around the structural spine. In this movement, cats and cows, think about the tailbone, and then a couple inches higher, and then the navel center. Those first 3 chakras, back and forth, just inviting the flex back into the lower spine. The colors associated with the first 3 chakras, red, orange, and yellow. Following the breath with the movement and staying with the energy. The next time you hunch the back, you could curl your toes under, use your hands on blocks or the floor. You could come to a low squat or maybe a supported squat. Take your time, rocking a little side to side. One knee could bend, the other could straighten. Some people like dropping their head and letting gravity come into the central channel. You could bend both knees and then straighten. The next time both knees bend straight ahead, slowly rise up, hands to the knees maybe, and then all the way up. Woo, mountain pose. Tadasana. So we get our feet underneath us. Take a movement if you need to in your shoulders, head or neck. You'll bring your attention all the way down to the base of the spine. The legs look straight, but there's a softness in the knees. That tips the tailbone down. At the same time, lift the collarbones. So we come back to the energy channel, the central channel. Breathe in and up. And as you're breathing in and up, tighten the muscles at the base of the spine as if you were stopping the flow of urine. Hold. Slowly release, right back down. A few more times like that. Inhale from the base up, tightening those muscles. Feel the pulling up, maybe to the belly button. Hold the breath and then release. Just a couple more times. Inhale, tightening the Mula Bandha, relaxing the face, but you might feel the pulling up all the way to the navel. Uddiyana Bandha. Release. One more time. Inhale from the base up, pulling up, tightening those muscles, keeping the face relaxed. Exhale, release. The next posture is chair pose. So I'll do it sideways. You can come back to that pulling up at the base of the spine, the Mula Bandha. That will, and when we pull up and tighten there, that actually brings the core into the posture, making us feel stable and strong, and the body is no burden. So you come into mountain pose first. Inhale the arms shoulder height, palms up. Exhale, sit in the imaginary chair, hips back. The next time you inhale, pull up at those muscles at the perineum. Squeeze there. Feel the pulling up at the navel center. Keep the face relaxed. Hold, hold. See if you can release and still hold the posture. Another time, breathe in and up. Pull up, squeezing those muscles. Hold, hold, hold. Release the muscles. One more time. Inhale right up. Squeeze those muscles. Hold, hold. You can release the arms at your own pace. You could curl up. Woo! Just releasing that long held posture. The next posture is a balancing pose. It could be tree, which you know we've done hundreds of times, but it could also be palm tree. So tree is standing on one foot. Palm tree, if you rather try this one, you can use the chair. You're on 2 feet. Inhale, rock into the balls of the feet, lift the heels, hold, hold, maybe you let go of the chair, hold, hold, and release. 2 more times like that, palm tree. Inhale, lift the heels, hold, hold, release. One more time. Inhale, rock forward, lift the heels, hold, 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 and release. When you release this time, you could close the eyes if you want. You feel the calm spreading, and at the same time, energy shifting, grounded and safe. The next posture is Warrior Two. So you step out wide as comfortable for your hips. You turn the left foot out. The back toes could come in a little. So the hips want to turn, but at least keep the chest forward as you bend or soften the front knee. The knee only softens as much as comfortable for you and your hips. Try not to let the knee roll in or out. So you feel stability from the feet to the ankles, up the strong legs. Float the arms up, palms up, and breathe. Focusing from the navel down a little, all the way to the lower back, sacrum. The fire is burning. The lower chakras govern the lower half of the body, the strong legs. Can you relax the shoulders even with the arms up? That's why we turned our palms up today. You could look over the left hand. You could look straight ahead or maybe even behind you. One more breath. The body is no burden. Energy permeating outward from the central channel, from the first three chakras into the strong legs. Start to straighten the left leg, turn the 10 toes forward, hands to the heart. Rest. Exhale, the arms down. Pivot the feet in the opposite direction. Keep the chest forward. Soften the right knee. The legs are only as wide as comfortable, and the right knee only bends as much as comfortable for the hips. Keep the bent knee not rolling in or out. Float the arms up, palms up, to signal the shoulders to relax. Head could stay center, or you could slowly turn, looking over one hand, maybe the other. Focusing a couple inches higher than the tailbone, the lower belly, the lower back. Energy flowing into those places to help hold us here in the posture. Start to straighten the right leg, 10 toes straight ahead. We'll do a forward bend at this point. So your 10 toes are straight ahead. Open the heart and then forward fold, hinging at the hip crease. You could widen your legs. You could use a block here if you like. In the high position, can you rest your sacrum? I'll do it sideways. Some people can comfortably lower their head. The point of this forward fold is to completely rest in between the tailbone and the navel, the sacral center. That big, round, flat bone. Resting and receiving. When you come back to the halfway position, Soften your knees and heel toe your feet towards each other, a baby step at a time. When they get to be about hip distance, bend your knees forward, hands to the knees, come up with a flat back or curl up. Last thing to come up, head and neck. You can move your block to the side. Some people need a strap for this next posture. So if your shoulders are tight or you feel all crunched up in the neck, using a strap with your hands shoulder width apart, we're coming into the crescent moon. You can do it sitting or standing. I'll show you sitting. Feet are together, knees are together. Inhale. If the arms do not feel good close to the ears, you would widen your arms, pulling the strap away from each other, and then lean gently to one side. Come through middle, try the other side. If your arms comfortably come together in temple, index fingers reaching, you could do that. Some people hold their thumbs, stretching their thumbs away from each other, keeping the arms equally close to the ears. And then right back to neutral. Let go of the strap, the clasp, or the thumbs, and relax. Breathing. Always coming back to the central channel. From here, we're going to come into upward boat. What that means is some of us use a strap for this one, and others sit on a blanket. So the knees are bent to start. I'll have the strap right here to show you. You can hold on under your knees to start. The first place, the collarbones lift. You lean back until you feel it in the belly, and you might let go. So you can use a strap here to help you, but we're toning the belly. You could bring the strap around the feet. The knees could stay bent. The collarbones are lifted. You could straighten your legs. I forgot to show this one this morning, but I know this is how you do the posture, Pat. Take your time here. If it's too easy, you could let go of the strap, palms up, even the feet on the floor. Coming into the breath of fire, the forceful exhale through the nose. Hold on, let go of the strap, bring the feet into the bound angle, and then forward fold. Staying here for time, couple more breaths. Can you feel the breath at your lower back on either side, kidney space? You could even bring your hands there and breathe into your hands. Slowly rise up. We'll try that upward boat again with or without a strap. First, lift the collarbones. Feel the shoulders broad, heart lifted. Lean back to the place where you feel it in the belly. Maybe lift the feet, maybe straighten the legs, or let go. Breath of fire. Hold on when you need to. Soles of the feet together. And then forward fold. You only fold as far as comfortable for you. Let the weight of the head, let the shoulders round, let the weight of the torso gently pull on the lower back, hips. Slowly rise up. Depending on you, you could sit cross-legged or sit hero style. I'm going to try hero, but you might stay cross-legged because it's more comfortable. It's up to you. We're moving our energy from the belly or the lower chakras to the heart. You could bring one hand to the belly, one to the heart. Feel belly swell into the lower hand, and then the chest swell into the upper hand. Together, we'll silently chant Om 100 times. You don't have to count, I will. So it might be you inhale, Om, 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 Om. Exhale, Om, 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 Om. The hands could stay where they are, or you could let them rest in your lap, palms up. Lift your chin, open your throat. Leave a little space at the back of the neck and silently chant Om again 25 times. Bring the chin back to neutral. Moving the energy into the heart center. Wherever you are, if you're sitting cross-legged, you could bring your fingertips behind, even in the kneeling position. Expand the chest, open the throat. If it's comfortable to bring your hands to the lower back, you could. You could even come into the full out camel, but not if your knees don't allow you to come into the kneeling position. It's a heart opener, throat opener. Head drops back as far as comfortable for you. Energy in the heart center swirling around. Maybe you see emerald green. Every time you breathe in, the spiraling wheel of energy moves a little faster. When you exhale, you can lean to one side or the other, and we'll come into child pose. Wherever you are, you can lean forward. It might be that you prefer to stay in the cross-legged position and just forward fold. You might come onto your knees and come into child. If you prefer to stay on the chair, it's a forward fold. Just breathe. Wherever you are, bring your attention to the middle of your shoulder blades. Breathe from your belly to your side ribs, all the way up into the middle of the back. Slowly release. Again. From here, you could stay in the cross-legged position. If it's comfortable, you'll come up, or it could be even bound angle, soles of the feet touching. Some teachers have started to call this butterfly. So we find the straight spine again before we come into a twist. Whether you're cross-legged, kneeling, or bound angle, you can lift the left arm up, palm opens, follow the palm, keep your hips level. So the left hand could come behind us, helping us lift up out of the lower back. Relax the shoulders, feel the hips heavy, either bound angle, kneeling, or cross-legged. So the twist comes from the belly to the ribs, to the heart, maybe the throat, maybe the head turns. Sometimes looking over the back shoulders, sometimes looking over the front shoulder, and then slowly unwind. Right back to neutral. Sitting tall. Right hand lifts, shoulder height. You can follow it with your eyes. Using the hand behind to help lengthen us. But then it's the core that's holding us upright. Shoulders are resting. Moving the head a little, sometimes looking over the front shoulder, sometimes stretching to look over the back shoulder. Take your time here. Enjoying the twist. Return to neutral slowly. Right back to neutral. Hips are grounded. Lift the collarbones. Create space in the neck. So the eyes could be softly opened here. Reach the crown of the head up and then exhale. Tip one ear to one shoulder. Inhale the crown through center. Exhale opposite ear to shoulder. Again, inhale the crown through center. This time when you tip ear to shoulder, pull the chin in a little, look down, and feel the stretch in a different part of the neck. Cervical spine. Sweep the chin up, head back to neutral, opposite ear to shoulder. That's first. Look down with a soft gaze. Chin pulls in a little and we feel it in a different spot. Sweep the chin up, back to neutral. Just rest, rest and receive. From here, we're going to roll down, and this is the place we'll do the inversion. So have your block near you. So you'll roll down. Some people know and love shoulder stand, the full expression, but coming into bridge and sliding a block underneath is much safer. Take your time here. You know this, you've done it hundreds of times. So you get your hips comfortable on the block, either the first, second position. You might choose to use a firm safu pillow, especially if you're bony down there. Reach the legs up, close the eyes. Viparita Karani is the most spiritual, meditative posture there is. We're drawn to the third eye, the spiritual place, spiritual eye. It looks inside. Hips are sinking heavily on the block, even as the legs reach up. There's a soft bend in the knees. All the fluids are rerouting from the feet right back down the legs into the torso. Lymph coming back into the torso. I am Satnam. Breathing in and out, Satnam. Maybe a couple of more breaths here. Challenging ourselves. Releasing slowly, softening the knees. Bringing one foot to the floor, then the other. Rest on the block for a breath or two, and then lift off the block and slide it out. Take your time here. Straightening the legs. The next posture is fish. So with the legs straight, you could bend the elbows and roll onto the back of your head. Use your strong legs reaching to expand the chest up and off the floor, rolling onto the back of the head. There's hardly any weight there. What we did last week, you could roll to the side and put a bolster or a blanket up against your tail. And then it would become supportive fish. Some people can actually use a block between their shoulder blades. For me, it's not that comfortable, but it might be for you. It would look like this. The block is in the middle of the shoulder blades. The head hangs off. The heart is open. Any one of these variations, keeping the heart open, the throat open. Make sure you adjust so you're comfortable. Open throat. Energy moving up from the heart to the throat, to the third eye. The color associated with the throat chakra is sky blue. You might have seen the sky blue color today. Pretty soon we'll have more and more sky blue. Even when the sun is behind the clouds, you can imagine the sky blue swirling wheel of energy right around the cervical spine. If you were resting on a block or a blanket or in the full expression, you'll have to roll to one side or the other to come off of the prop. And then from here, we'll come to a comfortable seat again. Take your time, sitting as high as you need to on pillows or blankets, cross-legged, kneeling. Whatever is good for you. Take your time here. Once you're comfortable, start your inhale. Float the arms out, up. Bring the palms together at the forehead. And then exhale. Let the arms and palms fall down and behind you. Some people can comfortably come into reverse namaste. The palms are together and the fingers face the body. It's not comfortable for me, so I hold my elbows. My attention is on the third eye point. Throat is open. Heart is open. Breathing. Release the arms. Arms out, palms up. Shoulder height or higher. With the arms floating out and up, can you relax your shoulders? Our thoughts and energy is flowing upward. The energy is in the upper chakras, from the heart to the throat, to the spiritual eye, to the crown. Slowly release the arms, as slow as you've ever gone before. And then from here, from cobbler, we're going to come down onto the forearms, hammock, but the soles of the feet are together. We can see that our head is in line with the spine, with the central channel. And then we'll come down the rest of the way. You can put a pillow under your skull or a blanket. Tuck your shoulders under. You could rub your hands vigorously together. Create some friction. Bring one hand on the belly and the other on the heart. Inhale into both hands from the belly all the way up. Exhale. Feel the energy moving outward. Rub the hands again vigorously together. If the legs in the supine cobbler don't feel good, You could straighten your legs one at a time, rubbing the hands, cupping the hands over the eyes, letting the fingertips rest on the brow skin, temple skin. Where our attention goes, our energy flows. From the central channel, the energy moves outward into all parts of our form. You can massage the temples, the brow skin, and then eventually let the arms and hands relax, coming into corpse. Let the feet flop open. Let the toes relax. Imagining your feet like the ferns that are growing in the woods now. You might be lucky enough to have seen them, creating space between your toes, between the muscles, the joints. The energy is flowing from one end of the spine to the other, from the central channel outward into the legs, the hips, into the arms and shoulders. Resting completely, resting the physical body in hopes that the mind will rest as well. Feel the connection that you made to your true self, your divine self, inner self, your spirit. This posture helps us tap into our soul, the place that nobody sees but we can feel. Take this opportunity to connect. The opportunity is right now. Feel it. Imagine it. Accept it. At your own pace, take a bigger breath in. And when you exhale, release a little further. Take another breath in. Send your healing breath anywhere in your form. Anywhere. Let the breath wash through you, over you, and spread outward into all parts of the form. Physical, mental, emotional forms. Start to move a little, fingers, toes. There might even be another yoga posture left in you. You could come into it now. As you make your way back to a comfortable seat for you today. Find alignment. Can you feel that little bit of strength that you unlocked by practicing upward boat today? Strength between the hip bones, holding the lower back upright. Bring the palms together at the heart center. Take a deeper breath in and up. Exhale through the mouth, maybe the ah sound. Thumbs to the third eye point. Another breath in and up. Exhale, bow to yourself first. Inhale, heart center. Bowing to each